Welcome to Poznan, Poland, the venue of the STIHL Timbersports Team World Championships 2015. The best timber sports athletes from across the world have gathered here today, and the Aussie team are looking on track for a second straight World Championship win. Here's our international commentator Troy Manning with a review of the action so far.
Out of the 22 teams that entered, the best 16 qualified in the time trial for the next round, which was a knockout system. If you win, you go on. If you lose, you're out. Heat 1, Germany against Sweden, where Dirk Brown and his team set a new national record and knocked Sweden out. Heat 2, Poland pleased the home crowd with their victory and set a new European record. Heat 3, Team Czech Republic beat Team Great Britain. Heat 4, Spain took a win over Turkey. In Heat 5, Australia, who set a new world record in the time trials, didn't give Team Switzerland much of a chance. In Heat 6, Team Canada beat Hungary for their place in the quarterfinal. Heat 7, Team USA stomped it home against Team Austria. And finally, in Heat 8, co-favorites New Zealand knocked out the Belgians clearly.
The team is made up from the top 5 place athletes from the 2015 STIHL Timbersports Australian Championship. A nationwide qualification series saw the country's top 40 lumberjack sports athletes compete for just 10 spots in the grand final. After a nail-biting finish, it was 19-year-old Braden Meyer from Broadford, Victoria that took the Australian crown. 2013 world champion Brad Delosa from Lithgow, New South Wales took out second place. Lawrence O'Toole from Doncaster, Victoria, and Jamie Head from Redcliffe, Queensland finished 3rd and 5th respectively. They bring valuable experience to the team, having both competed on the world stage before. But all eyes will be on Mitchell Argent from Blackbutt, Queensland, who shocked the field and snatched 3rd. This will not only be the first time competing in a world championship, but it'll be the first time he's even left Australia. We caught up with Mitch and Jamie at the team's training camp in the Czech Republic.
So Mitch, this is your first time overseas. We landed in Prague and we went for a bit of a tour around there. What do you think about that?
Yeah, no, it's a bit different in Prague. It's a pretty big city, so I've never been anywhere before or seen the stuff that I've seen in Prague. So to get out of Australia and to have a look around at a few different areas and was good. It was an eye-opener, so good.
We've been training for 3 days now. We've been cutting a few logs. What are your thoughts and plans on what you might like to do on the team?
I'll be chopping, I'd say, in 100%. Either way, whatever, doesn't matter too much.
So tomorrow we're heading to Poland, Mitch. How are you feeling about that? Starting to get a bit nervous?
I'm not nervous yet, but I'm sure when we get there and get in the arena and that, I'm sure we'll get a few little nerves, but nothing too bad yet.
So, been camping with me the whole time we've been here. Haven't been keeping you awake with me snoring.
Oh, you're snoring part of it, but I try and get to bed before you, so it's all right.
STIHL Timbersports, presented by Volkswagen Amarok. Tough comes from within. And STIHL. Better garden power tools.
So with some more fantastic wood, it looks like the sky is the limit today. The best 8 teams are now going to fight it out for a place in the semi-final. We have 4 from Europe against 4 from overseas. Germany against the defending champ Australia, Czech Republic against Canada, the host team Poland against Team USA, and Spain against New Zealand. So can Team Germany achieve what seems like an impossible task and create a sensation by beating the Australians? We asked Dirk Brown what he thinks. The team has proved in the past that the quarterfinal is a reasonable target to aim for. Then, if we have some luck in the draw, maybe we could make it to the semifinal, but I think it's going to be hard today.
Dass wir vielleicht auch mal schaffen, mal ins Halbfinale zu kommen. Aber es wird schwierig werden.
All right, gentlemen, timers ready. Contestants ready. 15 seconds.
So let's see what happens. Germany against Australia.
Hands on the wood. Get set.
Remember, the world record is 48.97, set by Australia in this year's time trial. A good start, though, by Stefan Graf for Germany on the stock saw. It's even Steven so far. Dirk Brown now on the underhand chop. Meanwhile, Braden Meyer, he is a big boy. He knows how to hammer, and he is working well. Both of them switching over to the other side. Braden Meyer looks like he's got a slight lead, and he now sends it over to Brad DeLosa. This is his discipline. That is the single buck. Brad DeLosa looking very good on single buck. He's already most of the way through. Brad DeLosa so strong in this discipline, and now he passes it off to Mitchell Argent, who is on the standing block chop. His team gathers around him and tries to provide some support. Danny Marr finally gets the go-ahead for the Germans, but he is well behind. And wow, final blow, Mitchell Argent gets through in a time of 51.45. Germany drops the block at 1:04.78. Once again in the slow-mo, stock saw working through the wood very nicely. Team Australia working like a machine and taking the win against Team Germany. Nice final blow there for Mitchell Argent.
And the winner is Team Australia.
So no surprises there, but the Germans can still be proud of their performance. Yeah, we have nothing to be ashamed of because we lost to them.
A few people just stuffed up a little bit, like including myself. We just need to do a bit more, but I think we can break that world record again and go for gold.
Now it's on to host Team Poland taking on Team USA.
We've brought our strongest team we can, because we're all good at each event. And when it comes down to it, it's you and the logs.
It's getting loud in Poznan. All the local fans are going crazy, giving their team lots of support.
Hands on the wood. Get set.
Martin Jakowski for Poland and Calvin Willard on the stock saw. It looks good for both of these guys, though. And now we get the go-ahead for underhand chop on both sides. Teams supporting each other as much as they can. Team USA, wow, super solid for the Americans. They are already through. Struggling a little bit is Arkadiusz Drozek, who can't find the footing and then finally gets through. And now the single buck, no contest there. Dave Jewett motored through there as though that thing were under power. And now Jason Lentz on the far side, the big man, so strong. He is hammering away at that log. And he knocks it off the top at 57.48. That is a top speed for this round. And then the Polish side with Joik Gronwald finally getting through in 109.36. New Zealand are the clear favorites in this next duel, but Jason Wynyard knows the risks.
There's a bit of pressure to do your job correctly, but if everything goes well, I think New Zealand should have a good chance at it.
Hands on the wood. Get set.
New Zealand was disqualified last year in the stock saw discipline, but Kyle Lemon doesn't make the same mistake. Gets it going, and he is solidly through. New Zealand pretty much neck and neck with Spain at the moment. Oh my goodness, that was fast for Shane Jordan. Man, he got through that underhand chop in no time flat, and now Jason Wynyard on to the single buck. This is his discipline, absolutely the master when it comes to this discipline. And now Adam Lowe, the big man, moving on to standing block chop. This is going to be very tough for Spain. This is a strong team here for New Zealand, and they drop the log at 52.47. And finally, Spain comes through in 107.11. New Zealand clearly winning this one, though. Well, the overseas teams are really dominating this contest today. Which team will become the STIHL Timbersports Team World Champion 2015? We'll find out right after this short break.
STIHL Timbersports, presented by Volkswagen Amarok. Tough comes from within. And still, better garden power tools.
Welcome back to Poznan, Poland. The STIHL Timbersports Team World Championships 2015 is heading towards its climax. There are just 4 teams left, and the next heats will decide who will go into the grand finale. The semi-final looks like this. The defending champion Australia will meet up against Canada, and the US will take on the mighty New Zealand. It's all a question of who can keep their focus and concentrate on the job at hand. The Australians have made a very big impression so far and sound pretty confident.
We've got another good team this year, and I know we can win that world title. We just have to do it right on the night and really strive for what we want.
But of course, the Canadians want exactly the same thing, and they're going to fight for it right to the very end. Let's find out who will be victorious.
Hands on the wood. Get set.
Good start for both teams, nice and even so far. Australia, Canada, 2 well-matched teams. Cookies fall almost at the same time, moving on over to the underhand chop. Braden Meyer for Australia in the yellow-green, Marcel Dupuis in the black for Canada. There's Braden Meyer, the big boy. He is a great woodsman, great chopper. There we see Marcel Dupuis. Already, Braden Meyer has passed it over to Brad DeLosa, who is working well on that single buck. This is, again, his discipline. He's so strong at it. JP Mercier a little bit outmatched on this one, gets stuck a couple of times, and now Mitchell Argent for the standing block chop for Australia. Their time is looking good. Do we have a new world record on the way here? Let's see. It's going to be very fast nonetheless, and they are through in a 49:41 time. It's not a world record, but it is definitely a good time. Personal best for Team Canada with 53:64. Let's enjoy that one more time in the slow-mo replay. Brad DeLosa waiting to get it on with the single buck. Shooting star Braden Meyer managed to pull ahead on the underhand block chop. Super fast there. You can see Marcel Dupuis trying to keep his team in it, but it went over to Mitchell Argent on the standing block chop, and that's the way they got into the grand finale. Nice.
And the winner is Team Australia.
Australia will move on to defend their title. Canada will go for the bronze.
We cut our best rates ever, so we can't complain. We just got beat by a better team, which is our breaking world records today, so they're rolling really good, and we are also.
Yeah, that was a little bit rough, a few little mishits, but I suppose there's room for improvement in the final, so hopefully pull the ripper out in the final.
Who will meet Australia in the final? Will it be the USA or New Zealand? We asked Matt Kogar to share his thoughts about his team with us.
We've prepared this year more than we have before, and we went to Sweden beforehand and had a chance to loosen up and have a few hits and get straightened out with technique. So having that opportunity has really helped us out, and I think we're more confident this time than we have been ever before. And I know that we're all really hungry for the gold medal, and I think this year could be the year that happens.
But of course, Adam Lowe, who does the standing block chop for New Zealand, not to mention the man himself, Jason Wynyard, the 6-time single world champion on the single buck, might have some different ideas about that.
Hands on the wood. Get set.
All right, a little bit of a rough start for Team USA on the stock saw, and they are moving over pretty close to each other on the underhand chop. Shane Jordan up against Matt Kogar, both of them seriously good on this discipline. Matt Kogar taking out big chunks of wood, and that may cause problems with the stability. There you go, he steps down, he doesn't have that foothold. Meanwhile, Jason Wynyard already on the single buck, getting plenty of support from his back crew, and he is really quick. Dave Jewett, also pretty fast. Jason Wynyard gets it done, and now it's on to standing block chop. This is it. Jason Lentz from the USA, big man up against Adam Lowe from New Zealand, also super strong on this discipline. Jason Lentz has already moved over to the other side, but Adam Lowe gets the final blow through, 48.60, and that is a new world record for New Zealand. The United States gets it in 53.74, and that's a personal best for them. Great heats here. Wow. In the slow-mo, we can see the mistake from the Americans, though. Right there, a little step. And then the awesome power of Adam Lowe. Amazing.
Yeah, we finally put a pretty decent race together. It was good.
So the small final, the battle between the USA and Canada. This should be an exciting one. It's a battle for the bronze medal and a place on the podium.
Last year, Canada beat us, so we have a little bit of revenge for them here coming up.
Battle of the 49th parallel. Both teams are pretty even. Both have broken the magical 1 minute mark several times already. The contest for third place can begin.
Hands on the wood. Get set.
Good even start for both teams here. Looking good on the stock saw. Wow. How evenly matched are they? Dead even is what they are. On to underhand chop for the Canadians here. Close to you, Marcel Dupuis. There's Matt Kogar. Takes a step off. Same problem he had before. Accuracy plays a role here. Marcel Dupuis looking good, but Matt Kogar, by virtue of power, gets through and sends it over to Dave Jewett on the single buck. JP Mercier now working the single buck as well, but the advantage goes to the U.S. at the moment. Dave Jewett is through and passes it off to Jason Lentz, who we've seen so strong on this. JP Mercier finally getting through and is able to let Nathan Cumberland do his work on the standing block chop, but Jason Lentz is just so powerful here, and he's got a good lead and finally drops the block at 51.45. So the USA takes the bronze.
It's more of it's a personal issue between U.S. and Canada. They beat us last year. We got them back this year. We'll take it for what it's worth. We'd like to have given New Zealand all that we had to give, but Australia and New Zealand are on their game this year. We're proud to be where we're at.
The grand finale, New Zealand against Australia. Adam Lowe and Jason Wynyard making the last preparations before meeting Brad DeLosa and his team. Who will become the STIHL Timbersports Team World Champion 2015? We'll find out right after the break.
STIHL Timbersports, presented by Volkswagen Amarok. Tough comes from within. And STIHL. Better garden power tools.
Welcome back to the STIHL Timbersports Team World Championships 2015 from Poznan, Poland. We've already seen a lot of great action so far, but the main highlight is still to come. The grand finale between New Zealand and Australia. And here they are, two powerhouse teams, the best timber sportsmen in the world, ready to do battle.
Us as a team, we focus on each individual discipline and trying to do it the best we can. Definitely, there's some strong teams out there. Like Australia is going to be strong. They've got quite a young team this time.
A young team being led by the very experienced Brad DeLosa.
It doesn't really sit well. I know we can beat them, and yeah, we want to break that world record as much as they do, and they want to beat us. But Australia and New Zealand has a good rivalry all the time, and yeah, I say bring it on.
We approach the start of the final. Who will claim the coveted title? We'll find out in just 1 minute.
Hands on the wood. Get set.
Good start, even start for both teams. Australia and New Zealand, again, two powerhouse teams, and New Zealand slightly ahead as they move over to the underhand chop, but Australia they have Braden Meyer, who is incredibly quick. The pace that he is setting on the underhand chop, insane, unbelievable. He's already through, and now we're moving over to single buck, and this is a battle of the titans. Brad DeLosa up against Jason Wynyard. Both of these guys super strong in this discipline. Jason Wynyard looking fantastic there. Brad DeLosa, we didn't see him, but he got through a little bit later than Jason Wynyard did, and now the big man, Mitchell Argent, up against Adam Lowe. There we see Adam Lowe for the New Zealand side. His log is a little bit loose in that block, though, and it's looking like Mitchell Argent gets through first at a time of 47.22. That is a new world record time. Amazing. Unbelievable. Australia, barring any complications by the judges, they are the new team world champions. Let's take another look at the slow-mo replay. Good clean cut on the stock saw. Braden Meyer here brings Australia into the lead on the underhand chop. So strong there. And then Mitchell Argent, just amazing on the standing block chop. 2-3 hits to finish it off. Incredible. Adam Lowe missed out by just one single blow.
And the winner is Team Australia.
So the official result, Team Australia win the STIHL Timbersports Team World Championship 2015, and they do it with a new world record time against their old foes, New Zealand. What a day for the Aussies. The overall results look like this. Australia in front, followed by New Zealand and then the USA. Canada takes fourth, Germany as the best European team in fifth, followed by the Czech Republic, Spain, and then Poland. The second half of the table, Great Britain in ninth, followed by Turkey, Hungary, France, Switzerland, Sweden, Belgium, and Austria. A quick word now from a very happy Brad DeLosa.
To come here and put a performance up like that and take the world record and the team's relay championship back to back is unbelievable.
The Kiwis obviously a little disappointed.
To have a great final like that and really close to Australia was a good way to finish it, but we're all a little disappointed. So.
That brings us to the end of an amazing day in Poznan, Poland, where the Australians have claimed the title of STIHL Timbersports Team World Champion 2015. We've seen some of the best timber sportsmen in the world in action. New records have been set and everybody has had a great time. It's goodbye now from Poland, or do widzenia as they say here, but we sure hope you'll tune in again next time for some more Hands on the Wood.